Hey guys, it's Tepco Cycle Repair. Today we're going to be talking about some time-saving tools that can really help you out or that can really screw you up, okay? So first off, if you watch some of my videos, you see some of the tools I'm using. They're not all power tools, by the way, these time-saving tools. And these are not diagnostic tools, okay? That's a whole nother video. I get a little bit into the diagnostic tools in some of my videos. Those are really important too. They save you a lot of time. This is just like you figured out what it is, you got to get the thing apart, and you don't want to sit there and just ratchet. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this Milwaukee M12. This thing is, it's like around $100 or something like that, but the cool thing about this is that it's a ratchet, okay? So the way that this really helps me out is that sometimes there's really tight places. You know that spot where you got to get the wrench in there and you only got a little bit of play to kind of, you hope you got a, high ratchet wrench so you can, high tooth count so you can get it. This thing, man, you just stick it down in there like the ST1300 windshield I was working on. I couldn't get a ratchet down in between there. This is the only thing I can get down there. So I was able to stick it in there with the socket, put it on the 10mm bolt, get that thing out of there, done. This thing saves you a whole lot of time, and it's really worth having. If you don't have one of these yet, you don't know how much time you're losing, okay? Has a flashlight in the front, so in your areas, flashlight's good. I don't really use it too much, but it is helpful. This does forward and reverse, and foot poundage, I don't know, it's like, I don't know how much this thing, but you can strip things. That's my point. With these things here, you got to learn how to use them. Don't just get them and start jamming things on, okay? Because you'll strip bolts with them. They strip cases and stuff like that. They're great for taking things apart when you're putting stuff on. I'm not going to say don't use them to put things on. People like to say, no, don't use this to put stuff on. But as you get to using these tools and getting comfortable with them, you can use them to do anything. Your final torque, of course, you want to use a torque wrench, but when you're putting stuff on, just got to be gentle. Same thing with this right here. Okay, so this is a, and I'll show you where to get these really cheap. This is a DeWalt. This is the 18 volt. This is a DC 825. Now this is an impact gun. Okay, so you got a socket on there. All right, so you got a socket on there. This thing, all right, it's impact. And if you're going to look for these things, if you're getting it at a shop and you're trying to get it, just find the one that's got the, the end, and you can spin this in here, and then you know it's an impact gun. This thing right here is another super time saver, but you can strip things on this, okay? If you just sit there and just jam stuff on, like case bolts or whatever, and just start hammering into your bike, you're going to strip them. So use it cautiously, but use it to save time. I'm going to tell you where you get those really cheap. This right here is probably one of my favorite tools. I bought this, I don't know, 30 years ago maybe. And let me see, this one here is like, when you're sitting there with Phillips head screwdrivers, they'll drive you crazy, right? Whenever you deal with screws. This thing right here, it's a snap-on, all right? So I was doing auto body for a living, and this was, I was able to get, that's the time you buy tools. You're young, you're making a bunch of money, and you're living at home, you know what I mean? You can buy stuff like this. So anyway, I got one of this right here, this T-handle. This thing right here, you're able to put a bunch of torque on a Phillips head and really get it off, and then sit there and save time and just zing that thing off. This thing is huge. You need to get one of these. And what I really like about it is this number 2 bit. This number 2 bit has got, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this number 2 bit has got like teeth in it, all right? This is a snap-on tip on it. It's got little teeth in it. And those teeth really make a difference, and it gets on that screw, and it fits a lot of Japanese motorcycle Phillips heads. It just fits perfect. You're taking carbs apart, those bowl screws that always strip on you, this sucker's going to get it. Get yourself one of those too. I don't know how much it is. I bought it a long time ago. So this right here, now they make newer ones, okay, the 20 volts that the battery slides in this way. These suckers right here, if you go to a pawn shop, if you got one nearby, go in there and find one sitting on their shelf that somebody traded in or sold, and you can get these things. I bought this one right here, the drill itself, the battery, the charger, and it came in a case, and I got it for $32, somewhere around there. Around $30 plus whatever they charge me. So the key when you go into those shops is that if this thing is sitting on the shelf listed for $60, go in there and offer them 30 for it. Pawn shops want to move stuff. They don't want to hang on to it. So, I went in there and I got this battery, this drill, and I saw one the other day in the shop, and I think they were asking $45 for it. This is worth every single penny of $45, all right? I've had this one for over a year, and I got it for like a little over $30 at a pawn shop. it's worth its weight in gold. It really is, guys. So you're able to get these tools. You just got to look for them. I'm not one to buy brand new stuff all the time, especially these power tools. They're just expensive. I work on this stuff as a hobby and to help you guys out, save some money. So I look for these things. I try to get them as cheap as I can, and I use the heck out of them until they die. So these tools right here, I think are worth it to spend the money on. Try to find them used. Get your hands on them and use them. There's a lot of other tools out there, a lot of other things. There's other companies that make these, or other companies that make these. I'm really happy with the ones that I have. They work really good. I'm going to put links in the description if you want to buy them new. If you buy them new, they'll last forever. They're good tools. But like I said, go to a pawn shop, find someone who traded it in, and buy the things cheap and use the heck out of them, guys. Hopefully you like this video. I got a lot of things happening here in the shop. I got LED lights up. I'm working on a couple different things. You guys are going to really like it. So hit the like button, subscribe for me, all right? And hit the bell for further notifications, guys. And stay tuned for future videos coming up. You know, I put them up every Monday. Until next time, guys, it's Techco Cycle Repair.